What's up, folks? It is I, Shawn, and welcome to a Splatoon FAQ. We're skipping Week in Review this week just because this would be a little more relevant, I feel, for this week. As you guys may know, I'm reviewing the game for Nintendo Enthusiast. I've been playing it for quite a while now. So basically, I'm going to try to answer all your questions about the game, either that you've sent me in or questions I've seen online. Two things before we get into this show. I will be going out of town this week, so I don't know the status of Week in Review for this upcoming Saturday. I'm going to try my hardest. I'm bringing all my equipment with me, so hopefully I'll be able to have an episode for you. Second, I just wanted to let you guys know I have a new retro channel, which I'll put a link to over here. A lot of cool videos on there, definitely just a side project thing, but if you kind of enjoy the retro stuff that I do on this channel, you might want to check out that channel because I'm going to focus a lot more on other systems besides Nintendo. Now, all that's out of the way, let's get into the Splatoon FAQ. So we're going to start things off with the single player aspect of Splatoon because that's kind of the most shrouded in mystery as far as, information from Nintendo. What is Splatoon's single player like? It's kind of hard to say. It doesn't really feel necessarily like a shooting game, more so like a conglomerate of different genres. There's a lot of platforming, which is pretty cool, and there's a lot of shooting as well, but there's definitely an emphasis on platforming that you don't really see on the online aspect. So as far as what is it like, it's definitely more like a traditional Nintendo game, like almost like a 3D platformer at times. You have boss battles, you have a hub world, and there's individual levels inside of that hub world, so it's pretty interesting. Another question I've been seeing is how long are the levels? The levels are actually pretty short. They can take anywhere from, a few minutes to up to 10 minutes or so. So they're not really super long. But that doesn't really detract from the game because there's multiple levels inside of each little hub world. So it's kind of an interesting thing. It doesn't really bother me. It's kind of fun because you can just, you're not involved in some long epic quest. You're just jumping in, doing a level, and then you save, and then if you got something else to do, you can do it, or if you want to keep playing, you can. Another question I've been seeing are what are the boss battles like in single player? They're actually pretty fun. They're kind of akin to Legend of Zelda boss battles where you have to target an area and the enemies or the boss has a weak spot, and that's how you end up killing them. They're very fun. They can be pretty challenging as well. Can you use the Wii U Pro controller in single player mode? No, you cannot. You can only use the Wii U gamepad. Some people may see that as a bit of a turn off. I always play with the Wii U gamepad, so it's not a big deal to me, but there definitely is sort of a lack of customization as far as what controller you can use in single player. How long is the single player mode? Well, I can only talk about up to level 3, and I haven't completed the whole single player mode, but it's pretty meaty. It's definitely not just a tacked on afterthought. There's some time and effort and care that went into it, so it's good. It's not something that you'll just ignore to play online. It's actually pretty fun, and there's a collectible aspect and there's hidden stuff, so it's definitely a meaty experience. Alright, so let's get into the online aspect of the game. A lot of people have been asking, how many levels are online at launch? There are 5 levels online at launch. You have the 2 from the Splatoon Global Testfire and 3 additional levels as well. Another question I've been seeing is the paint roller OP like it was in Global Testfire? And I say no, you actually don't see a lot of people using the paint roller online just because there's so many other weapons. You get other weapons by, getting experience and whatnot through single player and online play. So not a lot of people use the paint roller. You don't have to worry about, a team of 4 paint rollers because more than likely they'll lose because the paint roller isn't all that effective when you have all these other weapons. Sure, in the Global Testfire you only had access to 4 weapons, but there's many more weapons. Another thing I've been seeing people ask about is the character customization. It does translate into the online mode. That's the main point of it. Different hats, different shoes, different clothes give you different abilities, and you can customize your weapon as well. The one issue I have with it is that you can't just have a list of customizations and just switch on the fly. You actually have to back all the way out. So better get something that you're used to and you're going to enjoy using online when you're picking a weapon in a custom layout. Another important question I've been seeing is there any lag online? There wasn't much on the Splatoon Global Testfire, and I'm pleased to say that I have not experienced any lag whatsoever. It's a very smooth and seamless experience, and it's very good. They really did well with the netcode for this game, considering it's their first online shooter for the Wii U. How many different weapons are there? There's a good bit. I actually haven't unlocked all the weapons, and there's a good variety with different abilities and whatnot. You'll definitely find something that suits you And it's very fun to, you know, try different weapons and stuff. There's a bunch of different weapons to check out, so it's not very limited in the weapon department. And the final question I've been getting is the game worth the asking price at launch? I can't really answer that. That's kind of the whole point of my review. But I've been playing it a lot, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. And really, that's what matters to me at the end of the day, is how fun is the game. The game looks good, the gameplay is good, so it's fun. You know, there's a couple nitpicks that I'll get into in my review of the game, but it's been a fun experience so far. Alright, and that's going to do it for my Splatoon FAQ. Hope I answered some of your guys' questions. I think I covered a good bit of stuff. If you have any additional questions, like I said, hit me up on social media or leave me a comment below and I'll do my best to answer all the ones that I can and all the ones that aren't, you know, blocked by a non-disclosure agreement or whatnot. Like I said, I'll hopefully see you guys this Saturday, but no promises. I'll be up north visiting family, and so who knows how that's going to go. Hope you guys enjoyed the Splatoon FAQ. Make sure you give it a like, subscribe to this channel, subscribe to my new retro channel, which I'll put up over there, and leave me a comment below. I'll see you guys this upcoming weekend, hopefully. Later.